on this particular segment, and thank you for joining us. I'm Marlon Bowling, your tour guide to the ag commodities. I want to start out with our crude oil market here and a quick peek at our energy trade. The energy market is a little weaker here today. The August contract on West Texas Intermediate crude is down $1.87, and it's priced at $102.35 per barrel. It has had roughly a $2 trading range, and we're about right in the middle of it right now. What's going on with the value of the U.S. dollar today? Well, let's check out the U.S. dollar index. It's only up 65 points, so basically flat on the day. September is at 106.615. Not really accomplishing anything today. On the Dow, it's not doing much either. 42 points higher at 31,833 on the September futures. Now, on the grain side of things, we have had weakness in the corn market all morning long, and it just isn't going anywhere. We currently have September corn down 3 cents at 5.93 3/4. December down 5 1/4 as we speak. We did have an overnight export sale of some soybeans to China reported this morning, and soybeans are lower. Go figure. We have August down 19.5. We have September down 14 1/4, and November is now trading at 13.42.5. So that would be down 15 3/4 cents on the day. That's only about 6 cents away from our low that was made earlier. We're off of our earlier high by about 14 cents. So that's going on. The amount that was sold was 136,000 tons of soybeans to China for new crop delivery, and here we go lower anyway. Now, in the wheat in Chicago, September is 9 higher at 8.21 1/4, and in Kansas City today, you have September currently trading 3 cents higher. It's quoted at 8.72 1/4. Minneapolis spring wheat, September 2 1/4 higher at 9.32. In the cotton trade, we have the new crop December contract now 55 points higher at 92.93 per pound. Todd Bubba Horwitz joins us now. He's with BubbaTrading.com, based out of Chicago. And Todd, always a treat to get to visit with you. Markets seem to be going nowhere fast here today. So is this a test of patience for producers?
I think it is, Marlon. Look, the markets are extremely quiet. There's very little action going on anywhere. In fact, you mentioned the Dow futures, but you didn't say that the NASDAQ and the S&P are exploding higher. You know, this is a very, very challenging, quiet time of year. We're really just seeing these markets vacillate between a couple of levels. They hammer them down for a few days, and they run them up a little bit. But if you just look at we're in a very wide band of trading. And I think that a lot of the funds are trying to push hard to kind of force them liquidation, because I think they actually want to be buyers when it's all said and done. And I think that's kind of what you're watching, is the little games that get played, especially when you get into very thinly traded markets, because I think that's really what we have right now, is very thinly traded markets. And we're in the middle, we're in between planting and harvest, and not much, we're watching the weather. If the weather changes, again, everything is like kind of news driven right now, and there's not a lot of news either.
So what's it going to take to get the fund money to come back in on commodities?
I think they're actually, I believe, my opinion would be that they're trying to push them down just as a trade, so they can force a panic sell, so they can come and pick up the scraps and be buyers later. And I think that's what I would expect here, Marlon. At some point, I do believe that we're going to see a very big rally. I mean, you mentioned something when we were talking about Argentina, but we know there's issues everywhere, and we know that there's going to be basically a food shortage. And if Mother Nature doesn't help us out right now, she certainly is not helping, then we could really see a shortage, and that's going to drive prices much higher.
It'll be an interesting year. Thanks, Todd, for talking with us. Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. He's in Chicago. We'll pause here. We'll come back and we'll take a look at livestock right after this.